So now that you have learned both the theory and various types of questions in linear inequations, let us summarize the topic. It's a very small topic. So the first thing that you need to understand in linear inequations is the difference between solving equations and inequations. So what are the similarities and what are the differences? So in that topic you have learned the 4 rules of linear inequations. So with respect to addition and subtraction, inequations are exactly same as equations. That is, when a addition goes onto that side, it becomes subtraction. When a subtraction goes onto the other side, it becomes addition. The difference comes in terms of multiplication or division with negative numbers. So you need to remember this difference very keenly. So that's the crux of this chapter. So the crux of this chapter is just the difference between solving equations and inequations with respect to multiplication and division. So keep that in mind. And next you have gone to different types of questions that you encounter in this chapter. So basic linear inequations, very easy to solve. Multiple linear inequations, you have more than one linear inequation in a particular question. So in that we have seen 3 types, and the thing that you need to remember is whenever you have multiple linear inequations, you have to find the common solution. You solve each of these inequations individually and find the intersection of all the solutions. Next you have rational linear inequation. So you have something by something is less than or equal to something. So first you bring everything onto one side and make the right hand side is equal to 0, and then depending on whether the fraction is positive or negative, you apply different conditions. And lastly you have verbal questions, where you need to assume a variable. You need to assume something as x, mostly which is about which the question is asked. The variable about which the question is asked, you have to assume it as x. Create equations according to the given situation and solve the inequations using one of these processes. So these are 3 processes in which you can solve linear inequations, and in verbal questions you need to create linear inequation by yourself and then solve it. So that's about the chapter of linear inequations. Thank you.